Welcome back, Canonites. Originally, I was going to put this off until I got a video on the recent Mega Construx sets reveals put out, but I think it's best to get this done first to officially move us into July and all that entails. So let's take a look back at everything that happened in June. Starting things off is in case you missed it. I'm going to cheat a little bit this month and say we had 6 videos for June. We started off with a live stream of the Halo 3 flight, followed by the What Is entry for Halo 3. Then I put out a video on how I feel Halo Infinite should handle its enemy factions. After that, we had one on the UNSC Armory for Halo 2. Next, we broke down the Banished teaser for Halo Infinite, and finally, even though this came out on July 2nd, I'm going to include it, a video covering Halo 2's Covenant and Forerunner armories. Links to everything are in the description box below if you haven't seen any of those. Next, we have official news and releases, and there's plenty to talk about from this month. First things first though, the month of May ended with a horrible tragedy in the murder of George Floyd. In the wake of this tragedy, it has been great to see 343 support Black Lives Matter and calls for equality. As part of that support, 343 announced on June 19th that all RecPack proceeds through July 19th would be donated to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. Regardless of your feelings on the RecPack system, this is a good cause that deserves support. Never a better time to buy a RecPack. June was also Pride Month, and 343 brought out their full support for the LGBTQ+ community during that time. So thank you 343 and Microsoft for those. Moving on now to more directly Halo related news, it was announced on June 10th that Halo 3 ODST's Firefight would make its way to the Master Chief Collection on Xbox One and PC later this summer, and I couldn't be happier. I've wanted ODST Firefight to be ported over since ODST's campaign was added to the collection back in 2015 or so. Once complete, this will mark all pre-Xbox One Halo console games having been ported to the Xbox One in some form. Maybe after that we can finally get Spartan Strike on the Xbox One to complete the collection, and maybe have Halo 5's campaign ported to PC to finish things over there. It's a pipe dream, sure, but still, that would be awesome. On June 11th, the Halo 3 flight began and continued through most of the month. It looks to have been a huge success, and from what I saw, it was very well received. Here's hoping that the final release isn't a repeat of Halo CE or Halo 2. June 13th marked the second online MCC Pro tournament, and June 23rd saw the release of an interview with Ryan Davidson, Hardline's manager for the Halo Gear team on 343industries.com. Ryan talks about how he helps bring Halo to more than just video games, and it's worth a read. June 24th was the highlight of the month as 343 dropped the first official teaser for Halo Infinite since E3 2019 and intercepted transmission officially revealing the presence of the Banished in Halo Infinite. As previously mentioned, I talked about this more in my breakdown of the teaser. And while this happened on July 1st, we'll talk about it anyway, we had the formal announcement of several new Mega Construx sets related to Halo Infinite. We'll be talking about those sets in detail very soon, but keep an eye out as they're slated to appear in stores very soon. In addition, these sets have codes for redeemable content in Halo Infinite, though the method for redeeming that stuff isn't active just yet. And actually closing out the month of June was the latest MCC development blog, and boy was it a good one. First up was a breakdown of how sound engineering works, along with an announcement that fixes for MCC sound issues, notably for Reach and Halo 3, are coming soon alongside Halo 3's release to MCC for PC. In addition, an article breaking down hit detection issues that players have been reporting for a while now, going into why these issues are happening and reassuring players that the team is working on a fix for them. Long story short, Halo 3 was made to work at 30 frames per second, and running games at higher rates causes issues that were once minor to become much more exacerbated. Moving on, we have another addition to Halo 3, a new skull. Yes, a new skull is being added to Halo 3. Called Acrophobia, the skull imitates a jetpack-like behavior, basically allowing a player to fly through the level. Next, we have a bunch of cool new other additions to legacy Halo games. Modders have already been able to kind of preview a number of these additions to MCC, but this update gets into the details, revealing that new armor and visor colors, along with new weapons and vehicle skins, are coming to the collection. If you were part of or saw a stream of the Halo 3 flight, you may remember seeing a switch for player skins. So you'll be able to toggle on or off the weapon and vehicle skins in MCC. These unlocks will make up MCC's second season and feature some interesting changes to how unlocking works. Notably, you'll be able to select whatever you want within a tier, meaning that you simply don't have to go from one unlock to the next in a straight line, so players will have a little purchase freedom. In addition, we have the formal inclusion of the challenge system. While currently present in MCC, the challenges are pretty basic and don't have a UI element dedicated to them. Coming with Halo 3 will be a dedicated challenges hub, which will include weekly PvP and PvE challenges, along with seasonal challenges, to unlock extra XP and season points, and even item rewards. And as usual, the update closes with a look at changes, updates, and fixes that are in the works, along with a basic look at their progress. There's a lot to love in this update, and Halo 3's drop to MCC on PC looks like it's going to be the biggest update since Reach released. I can't wait to see all these changes and additions in action, so fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly this time. And with that, we wrap up the recap with our community highlights. First up, we have a fantastic ODST model by Vicarious Arts for Keymind Dev Team's Halo Custom Edition campaign based on Halo the Flood. Everything about this game looks great, and Vicarious did an amazing job with the custom ODST armor he'd made. Check out Vicarious Arts on Twitter. Sticking with the Flood for a moment, we have some amazing music by McFuzz for the mod. He's posted several examples of his music so far, and it's all absolutely stellar stuff. Please check out Mark and follow him on Twitter. Moving out, I next want to give another shout out to Arrrash, who you may remember from last month's video. This month, I just want to give a general shout out for his channel and Twitter. He has some fantastic Halo videos, such as a discussion about porting Halo Online maps over to Halo 3 and an interview with Rocket Sloth, along with plenty of other content. Subscribe to him on YouTube and follow him on Twitter, if you please. Next, we have a recreation of the Halo Infinite reveal trailer using Halo 3 and MCC, and damn if it isn't well done. Check out the creator Skyfire Studios on YouTube and Twitter and give him some support. After that, we have PickledGear with a redraw of one of his old comic panels. It's always great to see how artists have improved over the years, and Pickled's ability has exploded. Check him out on Twitter. We next have artist Jem Martin, in particular with some Halo memes. This is some of her older work, but I'm an absolute sucker for anything to do with Kelly. Jem's Twitter does have some mature content in places, but if that's okay with you, check her out and give her a follow. Next is something that's hard to really describe and do justice to. The title is Master Chief vs. Thomas the Tank Engine, and it's just weird in the best of ways. Created by Hello There, be sure to check it out and consider subscribing. Following that, we have Ultimate Halo with an interview with the voice of 343 Guilty Spark himself, Tim Dadabo. It's a great interview that dives into Tim's work with Halo and voice acting at large, and much, much more. It's absolutely worth your time, so please jump on over to Ultimate Halo and give them a sub. And be sure to congratulate them on hitting 80,000 subscribers. Next, we have the ever-amazing Winterspec with this painting of a Sanshayun Prophet. Not much else to say, it's just great. Check her out on Twitter. After that, I'd like to give a general shout out to the artist Horia Dociu, and I'm sorry, I'm sure I butchered that, who is the artist behind the Halo Metathread shirt that supported global giving back in April, along with a piece celebrating the Halo Instagram reaching 1 million followers. His art, Halo or otherwise, is fantastic and well worth your follow. Next, we have this great custom-painted Mega Construx figure art by Red Construx. I don't know if he was trying to make me think of Fireteam Crimson or not, but regardless, it looks great. Next, we have Josh Eastaway's recreation of the Halo 5 beta version of the Nightfall armor, and damn does it look good. Check out Josh on Twitter. And speaking of the Nightfall armor, 3D artist Vin Gattuso used it in a great piece featuring 3 troops with Sergeant Johnson on what I presume to be a Mombasa highway. Check out Vin on Twitter. Next up is this fantastic life-size 3D print of Master Chief in all his Halo Infinite glory by Jack Staley. I can't imagine the effort that went into this, so be sure to check him out. After that, we have a very nice put-together lore theory by Ascend Hyperion about a potentially dangerous being buried beneath Sandtrap from Halo 3. It's a very interesting video, so be sure to check it out and subscribe to Ascend on YouTube. Next up, we have a piece by William or Pixelflare, the talented bloke who made my intro and end card, by the way, with this piece of Master Chief in his Halo Infinite armor and the Arbiter in his Halo 5 armor, fighting off some unknown robotic creature. It's a fantastic piece, and Will also posted a little turnaround of the environment to show off the models in greater detail. Be sure to check out Pixelflare on Twitter. Next, we have Tom Jurassic back with this piece going back to Halo CE. A squad of Marines is pinned down during the Battle of Installation 04, and the Chief is their only hope. Check out Tom on Twitter. After that, we have something really cool, a Halo fan game called Branching Sickness. The game is described by the devs as the Mission Cortana with procedurally generated randomized levels. It's a pretty new project, but the screenshots the devs have posted on Facebook are exciting if nothing else. Check them out on Facebook. And following that is another Halo fan game, Downfall and ODST story. They put out a small update on development at the end of last month, so consider checking it out on their subreddit. I really can't wait to see what this group puts out. Next, we have this really atmospheric piece of Master Chief exploring a Dark Forerunner installation, like something out of H2A's cutscenes. Check out the artist Wolffire1010 on Twitter. After that, we have a fantastic SMG prop modeled after the gun's appearance in Halo 3 by the wonderfully named Mushishi. Check him out on Twitter. Next up is a hilarious little animation by Henry Badger titled 343 Guilty Spark in a Nutshell. I can't say too much else without ruining the joke, so go check it out on YouTube, yeah? Next is a very nice fan animation of the Halo Infinite Chief firing a BR. Check out the animator and modeler, Glitch, on Twitter. After that, we continue with my fanboyism for ODST with an art piece by Amos Jan titled We Are ODST. Gives me vibes of the live-action ODST commercial and the short story Dirt from Halo Evolutions. Be sure to check out Amos's art on ArtStation. And more ODST themes to come, with our next shoutout going to an amazing piano cover of Another Rain from the Halo 3 ODST soundtrack. Check out the creator, Same, on YouTube. Following that, we have some fantastic portraits of Halo Wars 2 leaders, Cutter, Anders, Atriox, and Let. Check out the artist Dagger6 on Twitter. Next is a beautiful piece of 3D work by Boy Garvin featuring a freshly recruited Wallace A. Jenkins and his friend, Forcell, from Halo Contact Harvest. Check out Boy Garvin on Twitter. After that is a wonderful portrait of Julam Dama by Mutt Muad'Dib. I hope I got that right. I absolutely love this style. Check out Mutt on Twitter. Next, we have a wonderful traditional media piece of the Master Chief from 2018's Halo Infinite announcement trailer by Draw Skeeter. Check out the piece on Reddit along with his time-lapse of the drawing's creation on YouTube. After that, we have a piece by Coke9741, an ink drawing of the Master Chief and an ODST fighting their way through a flood-infested environment. Next up, we have a couple shoutouts for the YouTube channel, The Domain. First is a Mega Construx animation visualizing the recent Banished Infinite teaser. It's very well done, so be sure to check that out. Second is a video going over the recent Mega Construx announced. The guy knows his Mega, so if you're interested, check that out too. Our penultimate shoutout goes to DAP995254 on Reddit for an amazingly stunning desert-themed ODST cosplay. Be sure to check it out. And we of course wrap up with a mention for the Halo Community Spotlight over on Halo Waypoint. There was only one within the month of June, but it's full of great content, including some appropriately themed stuff for the happenings from June. Be sure to head over to Halo Waypoint and check it out. And that's it for this recap. Look forward to a breakdown soon of the new Mega Construx sets following the Q&A I mentioned. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.